right. Good morning. Let's get this show on the road. One sec. For whatever reason, my chart window is like glitching out. One sec. Good morning indeed. There we go. So yesterday, when we had our winning trade, I realized, hey, it wouldn't be a bad idea if we set some type of a timer. Okay, let me set this timer, and then this should reset. One second. Don't worry, we'll have a good session. I see the ambition. Appreciate it. We're on YouTube Live, so check out the YouTube Live. I think I updated the link in my profile. If it doesn't go to current YouTube Live, go to my channel and then go to the live so you can see what's going on. Good morning, Bailey. 1 second, when I'll fix this. $20 seconds. Be fixed in 20 seconds. Where'd the music go? Where'd the music go? Oh. 1 sec. I'm just damage killing so that all of you can see properly. Don't lag up. Okay, let's see if this helps. I had added some extra things last night. And that's probably what's doing it. See, sometimes you get overly ambitious And it gets the best of you. So, my bad. See, that helped a little bit. Yeah, I know it's lagging. Hopefully this helps. A little bit at least. Probably should have turned off my computer last night. It's probably so hot now it's ready to melt. We'll do this. Remove characters. Remove this. I can't restart it. If I restart it, the whole thing is done. But, yeah. Hello, Kelma, Bailey, Fahad, Annie, investment analyst, Fahad, Hassan. Good morning, good evening, good night. Yes, hello everybody on Zoom. You guys don't need the attention. What's going on here? Why did the music stop? Here we go. The price will get there for sure. When is the question? got to be asking yourself, when will the price get there? Yeah, it's my YouTube. Yeah, hopefully this fixes the live. Thanks for your patience. No, we didn't enter a trade yet. So we are entering a trade when it hits one of these zones. You know what I entered a buy at 26.33 and exited 26.40. Hey, that's good. And then market straight gone, 100 pips up. Now I'm regretting. No, don't regret it. It's still a good catch. You caught 70 pips. You caught 70 pips. That's a good day. Look at investment analyst and myself yesterday. We both missed out on over 100 pips. He walked away with 60. You walked away with 70. I walked away with just under 30 because I got stopped out. So imagine missing out on over 120 pips and you got stopped out at 30. Exactly. Never regret a trade. Never regret a trade, especially when you executed it the way that you planned. If you got stopped out, that was part of your plan. If it hit your take profit, that was part of your plan. If it hit your stop loss in the negative, that was part of your plan. Yeah, I won't forget you. Don't worry. You can see the lag in the difference because I can hear what you guys hear. I don't know. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. And it's not the internet. It must be something with my computer. Because, like, my internet's the fastest here. Just gonna have to buy a new computer. So we have news in 26 minutes. What part of what made things super laggy was last night I began to add some timers and stuff into the stream. And some like little features and whatever to make things more entertaining. And that probably overloaded the software. I probably overdid it and I added too much and got ahead of myself. So really, that's you guys' fault that I was trying to make things entertaining for you guys. Hopefully this stream is better now. Let's see what you're saying, Hassan. I think price will... Hassan, what did I tell you about having so many entries? And the price will rise to... Okay, I see. That was your previous entry. So, based off of what you're looking at, Hassan, we're in that zone now, right? Or we had entered it. Are you waiting for a pullback, or did you enter that trade? Also, is that the amount of risk that you want to have? Because that's quite a lot of risk for that stop loss. It's a little bit better now, right? The live, it's a little bit better. I had to erase and delete a whole bunch of things. Basically, what I spent 2.5 hours doing last night, I had to delete. So those extra features that I added for you guys, I can still add. I'll just have to do it one by one when the time comes. This is what I would like to see. Allow myself to introduce myself. See, this is why it's good to be part of the Zoom. Because the Zoom, there's no lag. The Zoom, everything's live. Like live, there's no delay. It doesn't crash. And if it does crash, someone else is there to take over. It's the benefits. Benefits of being an elite member. Benefits of being part of the membership. Just saying. Just saying. This is what we're after today. This is what we're after. Okay, so for my new people, because I know there's a bunch of you here today that you have no idea how to enter a trade or what to do. And yes, I know I promised a bunch of you a video. I will make it. It'll be quick and straight to the point. For today, just watch, okay? Just watch for today. And pretend that you have your trade setup open. You don't know what that looks like yet for some of you, and that's okay. It's going to take time anyway. You're not missing out on anything because it's a demo account regardless. But on your account, whether it's live or demo, in this case for you guys, demo, when we enter our sell area, you're going to hit the sell. You're going to determine whether you want to wait for the modest entry, in other words, the middle line, or the aggressive entry, the first line. Have them marked out for you guys. There's a bunch of new people here today. So you decide. Aggressive means you take a little bit more risk. Modest means you're playing it safer. When we enter those areas, you make the decision. Are we buying or selling? Well, I mean, when you enter the sell, don't buy. Okay, don't be playing opposites. But you decide. Are you going to hit the aggressive and take on more risk? Or wait for the modest and play it safer? There's no right or wrong. It's just how you manage it. Okay? When you enter, and this part's not going to make any sense for you if you're new, but you're going to hear it, so at least it's in your brain. When you enter, you set your losses, you pre-program your losses, or stop loss, to 1 to 3% of your account. Whatever that is. You don't know what that means. You don't know how to do that yet. Don't worry, you will. Until then, we wait. Okay? This is the part that makes or breaks traders. Because your trade for the day could be right or wrong. Either one is okay, as long as you manage it properly. But what kills traders is just looking to enter the market. Because sometimes you'll be profitable and be lucky, but most of the time, you will have entered where you shouldn't have entered, and you were better off waiting. Because you don't predict anything. We're not fortune tellers. We don't predict the future here. Does that make sense? Drop a yes. Drop a yes in the chat if it makes sense. News in 17 minutes. I did have a timer, but had to delete it. Yes, yes, yes. C. Yes, yes, yes. Interesting. Yes, yes, here. Yes, there. Drop a yes on the YouTube live. Yeah, there's always a delay on the YouTube live. So there, no matter what, every streamer that you watch, there's always a delay. Always. With the YouTube live today, there's more of a delay than normal. But those are the benefits of being a paid member, because you don't have to watch things with a delay. You're watching it directly live on Zoom. And even if the computer crashes, another member is there to take over the Zoom while everything resets. So think of it like, if you're here for free, you're not getting the full service, and that's not my fault. That's literally not my fault, because I'm here providing as much as I can for free, and I can't help it if today my computer can't handle it, or if YouTube is being weird. That's out of my control. But the Zoom never fails. We're on the YouTube live, so make sure to check out the YouTube live. Link is in the profile. Yes, sir, indeed. So you on the Instagram live, watching me on YouTube live, say something I said, say something that I said like 20 seconds ago. Imagine how I feel always listening to myself delayed 20 seconds. It messes with you. Sometimes you'll see me smile or laugh or acknowledge. I'm acknowledging something I said 8 to 20 seconds ago. The YouTube live link is in my profile. If that link, if for whatever reason I forgot to put today's link, just go to my YouTube channel itself. Make sure you like and subscribe. And then just go to the recent live. It'll show you there live on my profile. So you can see everything that we're doing. Because we're waiting for our entry to happen. We'll see. You get to see it all. Today is a second day this week that I'm showing all of you where my entry is, and I'll let you know where my exit is. So if you're here on Instagram, why not come join us on YouTube? I mean, why see this when you can see this? Like and subscribe. Perfect. Thank you. Never be afraid to plug yourself. So you got to make it official. See, deleting all those things helped. The stream is a little bit better. It's delayed, not how I would like. Thank you for the like and subscribe. The delay, I cannot change at this point. But at least the stream is better. Here all looks lonely. That's why I'm here. I'm never lonely. I'm never lonely. I have myself, me, myself, and God. That's all I need. Everybody else is a bonus. My family and the people I love and care about are, of course, a blessing and a gift. But all I need is myself and God. Whatever you have can be taken away from God whenever he feels like it. We have news in 11 minutes. Not only you, both brothers here. Exactly, all my brothers are here. There's like at least 4 of you on the YouTube live. At least 4 of you brothers here. That includes you, Bailey. You were one of them. Or I think 5 actually. No? 5, 6. There's 7 of you here. A few of you are shy. 1 from Morocco, 1 from Bangladesh, 1 from India, 1 from Wisconsin, 1 is from California, and the other is from Calgary. And there's some sisters here. And Zainab, if Jean-Pierre is here, he can be one of them too. Like if he's in the background, then he counts. He becomes part of the team indirectly. All the way, I believe you as my elder brother because I don't have any. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. And I'm here to be my goal with this group and what I'm doing is to be that person that I didn't have when I was on my journey. So if you see me like an older brother, I appreciate that. I take that to heart because that's not a light or like that's not a light title. That's something to be taken with pride. So I appreciate that. It's like with our teams, we do mentorship, right? And not just anybody can be a mentor. To even want to have the title of a mentor takes a lot of responsibility. And just because you call yourself a mentor doesn't make you a mentor. The people have to kind of like nominate you to be a mentor. I'm not saying that we have like a democracy where everybody votes whether you're a mentor or not. It doesn't work that way. But like if I want to be a mentor to somebody here, whether it's on the Zoom or on the YouTube Live or on Instagram Live, if I want to be a mentor to one of you, I can't just say, hey, I'll be your mentor, or can I be your mentor? That's something that has to like come from you to want me to be your mentor. Because you're basically saying, hey, I'm choosing you. I'm entrusting you to guide me or to lead me or to be a light in my darkness. And you see it screwed up out there with businesses online and stuff like that, where just because somebody puts himself in front of a camera or they start sending links or selling something online, they call themselves a mentor. It's become a cheap title, in my opinion. See, you heard everything, and now they're listening to it. I'm listening to what you're hearing on the other screen. I'm hearing here. That's how I try to like keep up with what you guys are seeing. Cause like on the Zoom I don't worry, cause it's seamless. But on the YouTube I have to like monitor it, or else I won't know. It's happened before. It's happened before where I just totally ignore the YouTube Live. And I just focus on what I'm doing, and then I don't know that it crashes, and then it screws things up. So this way I'm able to like monitor and actually watch and be on top of it. That's what a leader does. Exactly. Hello, good morning. Rima. Join us on the YouTube Live. You have the link. Rima. Join us on the YouTube Live. Not Instagram Live. You're not learning anything here. It's all over there because you can actually see what we're looking at. I'm laughing at my internet. I'm gonna leave this country ASAP. I mean, why not? Right now, the Canadian and American border is wide open. You might as well come to one of these places. Come to us or go to Bailey. Bailey's in the chat. He's open to accepting anybody from across the ocean. Bailey, actually, if you didn't know, he's a big fan of Indian food. He loves turmeric. Turmeric, and he loves chili spices. Yep. He loves it. When Bailey is working on his cars, he puts a little turmeric in his gas tank just to make things a little seasoned. Hey Bailey, come to India. I think Bailey would actually like India. I think he'd have a good time. India would be such a culture shock for Bailey. I could only imagine. I don't know. I've never been to Wisconsin. I feel like Donald Trump right now. I don't know, but it's gonna be a really good thing. So I've never been to Wisconsin. I have my own ideas of what it looks like. It's probably like far from reality. But I don't think it's as mixed or as multicultural as Toronto or some other places. Here we have everything. Here Toronto has we've had like a huge flood of Indian migration here. So a lot of people here are from India now. Toronto has become like mini India in its own way. So a lot of the Indian culture has become adopted here. And so if Bailey were to go to India, I think it would be such a shock for him. For me, it wouldn't be much of a shock. It would be different, absolutely. It's a different culture for me. I do go to an Indian temple sometimes. Hare Krishna. So I don't think it'd be as much of a shock for me. But Bailey definitely would love the experience for sure. I think investment analysts should create a GoFundMe for Bailey to fly out to India. See the delay? Invite me also. Awesome. Hey, I would love to go to India. I have always wanted to go to India ever since I started going to the Krishna temple. That's where I started to really appreciate and like fall in love and learn about Indian culture. Before that, I had no clue. I'll be totally honest. All I knew was a bit of Indian food. Knowing a little bit of the food doesn't mean you know much about the culture. You just got to try their food. But I got to go to the the delay, right? But I got to go to the Krishna temple and learn some of the language. Of course, I forgot it all. You know, I got to wear some of their clothes and stuff like that. Learn how the country works, etc., etc. It'd definitely be a shock, absolutely. Investment analyst knows 7 languages. I love to show up Kolkata. Yeah. I love me a Kolkata sandwich. I think only Bailey got that. Bailey, my California, my Calgary person. So that my Indian, my Bangladesh, and my Morocco brother, you're not left out. Cold cuts are like when you have... You guys probably don't eat this kind of meats, but it's like when you make a sandwich and you slice the meats. It's called a cold cut. It said cold cutter sandwich. Bad joke. It was a good bad joke. Investment analyst knows 7 languages. I know a few languages too. English, Spanish, and gibberish. Come to my home, I'll give you all taste in India like in foods. Again, I would love to try. I'm just being straight up. I would love to try Indian food in India, but not from the streets of India. From what I've seen, I understand what everything you see on the internet is not what it is. I get it, but it's the same like going to Colombia. My family's from Colombia. The street food from there, I'm going to be extra hesitant to try. I barely trust restaurants here. In Orlando, Florida, I don't think Bailey knows this. In Orlando, Florida, a few months ago, I had ordered Chinese food. Okay? And I'm eating breaded sesame chicken. So it's chicken, you know, deep fried with bread around it, bread batter or whatever. And I took a bite, and I thought I bit into a bone. No problem. No big deal. It's okay. You eat food, sometimes it might accidentally be a bone. Maybe they miss it. No problem. But this bone feels smooth. And this bone is really hard. And this bone is round. And this bone feels like metal. Something's not right here, but I'm too scared to spit it out. So I put my fingers in my mouth and I pull out a penny. A copper penny. Okay? I was in such shock. I didn't know how to tell my girlfriend and Mia, our other teammate that was there, how to tell them what the hell just happened. Also, my girlfriend was eating the same food. So I can't not tell her. I have to tell her. But I know she won't be able to handle things as good as I'm handling them. And I'm the one with a penny in his mouth. So I'm ready to freak out. I don't freak out. Like, I have a high tolerance for stuff. But I'm ready to freak out. And I know that she's going to freak out. So this example, and I made a whole TikTok about it, complained, whatever. Nothing came about it. I got a refund. That's about it. That sucked. But if this is why I'm careful with where I go eat. So if this is a place in the US, which for my Americans, we hear horror stories from the US also. Okay, US is not that exempt from food. But the standards can be pretty low, even in the States. So if I go to India or anywhere around the world, if I'm skeptical and I'm careful here at home, I'm going to be extra careful somewhere else where the standards are just unknown to me. So I'd love to go to India and try the food there, but it's got to be at a proper restaurant. Come to my home, don't fill you up with street foods, I'll fill you up with homemade I'd be more open to. And as well, old cultural foods. Yes, cultural foods. Oh, a coin. Oh my god, yeah. Damn it. Exactly. A coin. Yeah. It's for sure you remember hearing about it. If you did hear about it, for sure you remember. You're not going to forget it. I know I didn't forget it. It was the worst, best refund I ever got. I never got paid to eat food before. I guess you could say that Chinese restaurant was looking to make a change with their food. Huh? Not bad. Not bad. So news happened. This is all that news had It wasn't high impact news anyway. What did I say to you guys before? Nobody cares about Canada. It's Canadian news. So who cares? Who cares about Canada? It's okay. So that was it. See how much Canada matters in the market? Not much. And now we'll see where things go. Remember, this purple line that we have here, I didn't put this purple line here. But this purple line means something. And if you're here every morning, you'll notice a trend with this purple line. Each candle, for my new people, each candle that you're looking at represents a time frame. Right now, at the top of my screen, you can see that it says 5 minute. This is oh, the bull is covering it. This is a 5 minute time frame. Okay, I'm gonna take off the bull so you see it for my new people so they understand. Where is it? Okay, so you can see it says 5 minute, 5M. So every creature live in the world. They make every creature. Yes, exactly. So you'll see that it's 5 minutes. Each candle represents the movements of the market in a 5 minute time frame. If we go to 15, each one is now 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, a day. So you see the movements of the markets. You see the movements of the markets represented by minutes, hours, 4 hours, days, weeks, months. So yesterday, the price closed. This is yesterday. The price closed over here. We'll make it yellow. Okay. It closed right here. Fahad and I read half of that. How fast this weekend? Yeah, this week did end fast. So it closed here. This candlestick was yesterday. All the movement yesterday, and it closed in this circle. So if we go to right now, see where the yellow line is? If we remove that yellow line, I have it preset on my chart to show me yesterday's close price. Now, I have it set like that automatically, and it's going to be in the purple dashed lines or dotted lines, because if you notice in the mornings, price usually chases and goes around, kind of like hangs out around yesterday's close price. So if you look, see, this is where it closed yesterday. This blue line here represents the separation of the day, by the way. So here, once it closed here, came up, came back down, and hovered around. Tried to go up, came back down. Broke through, tested whatever area, came back up, and now it's hovering around. So once it separates itself from here, we'll see whatever move. We don't get to decide when that happens. It's going to happen when it happens. If we don't take a trade during our live session, it is what it is. For my new people wondering, because I saw someone ask, what if it doesn't hit? If it doesn't hit the trade while we're on the live session, then it doesn't hit the trade. Then we don't take a trade. And that's a hard pill to swallow for new traders. Because you're thinking to yourself, well, I went to go trade and I didn't make a trade, so I wasn't trading, so I have to find a trade. I'm going to have to enter. I'm going to have to make a buy or a sell. No, you don't have to. You only enter when it's time to enter. That's it. And if you don't enter because there was no place to enter, then you did things properly. That's you following your plan. Now, throughout the day, you can still monitor it and enter as long as it's still valid. So if we end the stream in 50 minutes and we didn't enter a trade, but then half an hour later, an hour later, or 2 hours later, it enters and you're watching and it's still valid. Like, unless I say to you, don't enter or delete it or just move on or whatever, then it's still valid. So you got to decide, are you going to still watch it or just leave it for the day and then trade tomorrow? For those on the Instagram live, come join us on YouTube live. The link is in the bio. If I didn't put today's link there, just go on my channel there. You'll see live. So enter the live and make sure you like and subscribe. So does that make sense for my new people? Okay, good. Never hurts. Don't blame the, don't hate the player, hate the game. Here is what I think is about to happen. Okay. If it doesn't come and retest here, it's gonna come straight down to here and take off. I think we could see a double bottom here. That's what I think. That's my guesstimation. Better not to take it if it does loss. Exactly. It's better not to take it if it's going to lose. But we don't know if it's going to lose. We just have to wait. What's the maximum lot size you've took? The maximum lot size that I ever took, and this got my heart pumping, was 8 1 lots. So 8, I'm gonna put it here in the chat. 8 1 point lot size. So 8 1 lots at once. So really it's a 8.0. Because I grew up poor, that was still a lot for me to see, and I wasn't ready to handle that. I was successful with that trade, and even when it was in the negatives, even though it was within my risk tolerance, seeing those numbers, I wasn't ready for it. So I had to make sure I changed it. A lot of this game is psychology. And you have to learn to observe yourself internally when you're going through it. What about fundeds? Yeah, you can use fundeds. So someone asked, what about funded accounts? Funded accounts are good to use as long as you have some experience. If you just started off or you're not too familiar, if you haven't proven yourself on a demo account, don't touch a funded account. A funded account is a prop firm that I guess you could say provides you liquidity or provides you money, provides you an account with money in it, but they don't just give it to you. You have to pay for a test You're basically paying for a demo account. And you have to be successful in the demo account. And they give you a bunch of rules to follow. You can't risk too much. You can't lose too much in the day. You can't trade, depending on the account that you get. Some will not allow you to trade during news. You can only make a certain amount maximum per day, or the amount of gains that you have overall have to be consistent. Like you can't earn 8% in a day and then just stop for the month. You have to be consistently earning profits. So they have different rules. When did you realize now that you don't have to look back? You've made it. I don't even know if I could say that now, to be honest with you. The people that I'm observing are way ahead of me, and that's what I'm looking to. So I still have lots of goals to hit. So in terms of like looking back, and I'll finish the story with the fundeds. In terms of looking back, I'd have to say when I realized a lot of people that I cared about didn't actually care about me. Friends, family, when I start to realize that they don't actually support me in the way that I thought that they did, or at least in the way that I would support them, I realized, you know what? I'm doing things to be polite and not offend them, and to not upset them. So I'm living my life around maintaining the image that they have of me. And that image that they have of me is less than what I want to be. And every time that I try to be more, they get upset or bothered. And I was always trying not to offend anybody. And then I realized that all I was doing was supporting them in keeping me down. And that they didn't actually support me, because if they did, they wouldn't be offended or bothered or feel any type of negative way towards me trying to better myself or have a better life. Especially if they know that I didn't grow up with money and I grew up poor and I had to like struggle for things, and my life is harder than theirs. And if they know that, why do they feel any type of negative way when I'm trying to do better? So when I realized all of that is when I stopped looking back. It had nothing to do with money. I started to make money at that time. And I'll be totally honest, it was me making money from my job, not even from investments or anything like that. I always had like business on the side, and I was earning royalties. It was a few $100s a month, but like, you know, it was something. But I was starting to make more money from my job. I was making over $100,000 a year. And I started to see that, and I thought, well, if you had some success in your life, I'd be happy for you. I don't understand why you're not happy for me. So that's where I stopped looking back. So me getting into trading or digital marketing or anything like that, I see the same reactions happen here in these fields, in these spaces. So I don't even bother. So when I fail in trading, when I fail in marketing, when I would fail a test, when I'd have losing days, just like anybody else, you know, I beat myself up, like in my own head, the same way you guys do. I knew I should have taken profits. I knew I should have closed out. Why did I re-enter the market if I was profitable for the day? I said I was going to close the charts. I was so close to passing my funded account. I passed my funded account. I was about to get my first payout. All these things that everyone goes through. And I beat myself up. But I remember thinking to myself, this is me being upset at myself for not listening to me. I can change this. This is something that I can change. It's in my control. But thank God I stopped listening to other people. Because imagine if I didn't do this. Imagine if I didn't try to trade. Imagine if I didn't fail. Imagine if I failed or I lost a trade because I listened to somebody else. I can only blame myself for listening to somebody else. I would feel way more stupid failing because I listened to somebody else instead of failing because I listened to me. So hopefully that helps. The reality is no one cares. Can I ask you, like it's personal, what drink you're drinking right now? Is it like pre-workout drink? Because after this live, you go to the gym. Not exactly. I'll answer you in a sec. That's reality. No one cares. During the process, after achieving, all comes to. Hey, how this works exactly. Finish the live funded story. Okay. There's 3 things going on. So. Oh, let me. What am I drinking? I'll tie it all full circle going back to the funded accounts because it all ties back in. What I'm drinking is just coffee. This is just coffee. Morning coffee brewed from the mountains of Colombia. When I go to the gym, I'll have pre-workout. I'll drink it when I'm there. But lately I haven't been drinking pre-workout. There's a coffee shop there for my Canadians, Tim Hortons. It's called Tim Hortons. And I'll go in there and I will buy a small black coffee with 2 shots of espresso in it. And that's my pre-workout. So that's a pre-workout that I use. It's just a small black coffee with 2 shots of espresso. If I don't do that, then I'll just have a small black coffee and half a caffeine pill, which is really the same thing. It's really the same thing. It just depends on if I feel like drinking a manly coffee or not. Because you're not really a man if you can't drink a black coffee. And if you're drinking a black coffee with 2 single shots of black espresso, then it puts more hair on your chest. Trades by Vux. Good morning. Good morning, good evening, good night, depending where you're at. We're on YouTube Live if you want to attend the YouTube Live and see what's going on. Link is in the bio, so check it out. If it's not today's link, then just go to the profile and the channel and you'll see live. Make sure you like and subscribe. What's that supplement? Which supplement? So pre-workout is, I guess you could say, a supplement. You can order it online, I think. I don't know if they send it to India, but I would imagine whatever they sell here, they sell there. It's called pre-workout. I'll send you examples and you can try to find it there, or see if they ship it international. Just remind me on Telegram. Send me the message on Telegram now, so it's there, so I can go look at it after and remind me. So going back full circle to the funded accounts, 37 minutes before we end the live. We're almost there. Hopefully we get in on the buy. Let's get some help from our friend, the Magic Bull. With the funded accounts, the prop firms, what they do is they provide you an account with money, but you have to pass a test. All those different things that they make you go through is to make sure that you're not doing something stupid with the account. If you can pass the test with that discipline and consistency, you have to basically pass it like twice. You're paying for a demo account and you have to pay it and you have to pass it twice. So it's like 2 tests. Unless you pay extra and you just do the 1 test, but then the test is kind of longer. To me, I don't see the point. I just see it as the same. Because if I tell you, oh, just hit a profit target of 14%, one time, or one time of 8% and one time of 6%, it's really just the same, just a bit less. So if you pass the test, they refund you your money. They refund you your money, and then now you have a live account. Now you've passed the test with the amount that you've proven yourself to be able to handle. Whether it's $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $200,000, the $500,000 and $1 million accounts, they will not give you access to. You cannot pay for those tests unless you've proven yourself with the $200,000 accounts. So let's say now you are using a $10,000 funded account. You've passed the test, you've gotten your refund, and now you have a live funded account. Okay, if you just have a funded account, like if you just paid for it, it's still a demo account. It's not a real account. It's a test you have to go through. Okay, so it's still a test. It's a demo account. So this is why I said, if you cannot prove to yourself on a free demo account, stay away from funded accounts. Okay, but work your way towards it. Because let's say you went with a $10,000 funded account. Depending on the account you get 80 to 90% of the profits. So if you made $1,000, that's 10%. You get to keep 80 to 90%. Just say it's 90% for the sake of the example. You get to keep $900 out of the 1,000. They keep 10%, so $100, and you keep $900. So if you only have a small amount of money, that's a good way to start building capital. So as you start to cash out and get paid out from the funded, you can, let's say if you made the 900 as an example, and in a month 10% is pretty reasonable to hit if you're consistent. If you do that and you get the 900, that's 900 extra dollars US that you wouldn't have been able to have access to if you had traded with, let's say if all you had was $1,000 to trade. If $1,000 is all of your savings and that's what you're investing, you're not doing things right. Okay? You should be only investing money that you're willing to lose. That's what investing is. If you're going to invest your life savings, you're basically gambling or betting on the fact that everything that you've worked hard for has to pay out here. And if you haven't proven yourself on a demo account, I'm not saying you shouldn't bet on yourself, but if you haven't proven it to yourself, you are gambling on yourself. Gambling on yourself is a good idea, but why not practice on a demo first before you do that? Okay? So if you were to take that $900 and let's say keep $450 and then put $450 aside and start building up more funds to invest with, build up that money on the side to now upgrade your funded account from a $10,000 one to a $200,000 one. Go through the test again, and then now you've 20x'd your funded account. So the same 10%, the same $900 is now $18,000. Someone put a question mark. God bless you. God bless you for the question mark. Question mark to what? How is 900 18,000? The people that are laughing, they understood the math. So I understand they're laughing for a good reason. And don't feel ashamed. Don't feel shy. It's all good. I'm going to explain to you. I'll answer this question in a sec. The Instagram live. I see it. Don't worry. $10,000 accounts. 10% is $1,000. You're keeping $900. Okay? Keep that. Put it aside. If you had a $100,000 account, so times 10, 10,000 times 10 is 100,000. $100,000 account, if you had 10%, that's 10,000. 90% that you get to keep is 9,000. So if you went from a $10,000 account to a $100,000 account, you 10x'd your account. So with the same movements, your $900 is 10x'd with the same disciplines. But if we're talking about a $200,000 account, that's 2 times the amount of 200,000, which is 20 times the amount of 10,000. If you're lost now, if this is frying your brains, don't be afraid to go onto YouTube and learn a little bit of extra math. It's okay. There's no shame in that. Not everybody's good at math. I get the Canadian and American education system failed all of you. Okay? It is what it is. That's why Canada and US is bringing international students from around the world, because our students are half brain dead. And that's the reality. So now that your account went from 10,000, not 10x to 100,000, it went 20x to 200,000. With the same disciplines, results, and success, your $900 didn't 10x to $9,000. It 20x'd to $18,000. So 900 times 10 is 9,000. And 9,000 times 2 is 18,000. So imagine you started off with a $10,000 funded account and you worked your way up to passing a $200,000 account. And then you have now just one payout to change your life. And then the last step to that, and I'll answer that question. What a lot of people on our team do that don't have a lot of money to start off with is they'll work their way up with funded accounts. And they'll start putting that money aside until they have their own $200,000 account. Then they don't need the prop firm. They'll still trade both. Now they're trading their accounts and the prop firm. And the prop firm, they keep the 90%. Their account, they keep the 100%. So they're making double. What's simple math? That's simple math. Have you liked Tristan Tate? He likes take a full jar of coffee and he mixed it up with full hot water and drink it. You know they do that for the entertainment value. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. But no thanks. But pretty much similar, because they do that for the shock value of the video and the audience, and for the principle of drinking a proper coffee. 27 minutes before we end the live stream. Hopefully we get a good entry. I did, and I'm like, oh my god, what I did. I'm flat in the floor. One word coming out. For which part? Which part was that for, that you were on the floor? Let me know. Oh, after drinking it. Yeah, 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 yeah. For sure, that'll do it. If you drink, first of all, if you drink a lot of caffeine like that after too much time, you create heart problems. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And all summer, I was going crazy on the caffeine. I was moving like the Flash from Justice League. Every time I would move, all I see are lights. I made that, then I drink it. You are nuts for doing that. You are nuts for doing that with the instant coffee. I don't know how you did that. I will give you the crown of drinking the man coffee. Okay? And I thought I was drinking the man coffee by having a black coffee with 2 shots of espresso and sometimes a caffeine pill. Hats off to you, sir, for drinking a whole thing of instant coffee. Oops, wrong chat. Almost screwed that up. You have to take an experience on that type. You know, there are some experiences that I can pass, and that is one of them. That and eating cats and dogs. I'm okay. I'll pass. I have some friends that are from Philippines and Vietnam, and over there, they eat dogs and cats. They've told me that they've tried dog, cat. So drinking a whole thing of instant coffee. I will drink a whole thing of instant coffee before I taste a dog or a cat. It's not for me. Not that kind of cat. Can't say that on the live stream. Even the Zoom doesn't know what I just said. You're the only one that knows what the hell I just said. I can't say that on the Zoom. I can't tell you. Nope. Sorry. Look, man, that was in the moment. You're on the Zoom. You get to see everything live. You have your own benefits being here. I'm not gonna drop the recording or save the recording of the live, Instagram live. So, oh well. And if you heard it, you heard it. Yeah, I know. I can hear the playback. I heard it after, which is funny, even funnier. One thing that I learned is you gotta have fun, guys. I don't mean mushrooms, not fungi mushroom. It's you gotta have fun with what you do. Like if you're gonna be doing live streams, sessions and whatever, you gotta have fun. Some people take things too serious. Some people are like boring as hell. I know my voice can be like monotone. But you gotta have fun with what you do. One day you're gonna die, and you're not gonna be thinking to yourself, I wasn't serious enough. You're gonna think, I wish I had more fun. That's brother's talk. Exactly. Even if you're trading by yourself, like let's say you weren't, for those of you here, whether you're on the live or the YouTube, if you're trading by yourself, which all of us have done at some point, it's boring. Like, it's boring as hell. There's no music that helps you relax when you're trading, especially if you're in a trade. You don't want to hear nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're watching it go blue, red, or blue, red, move stop loss, profit, should I exit here? Which the reality is you should have detach yourself from those emotions and just let it play out. Let it go to your TP or stop loss. But if you're by yourself, you know that it's like boring. So have fun with things. So if you guys got a good laugh, if the ladies are still here and if they got a good laugh, then good. What's up, Sean? Good morning. I saw some taking the poison mushroom, and he liked taking Indian rum. Yeah, there's people that take mushrooms and stuff. Here it's becoming and I'm not promoting nothing. I'm just sharing what's going on over here. Here, it's becoming. There's a movement here for it to become more legalized. The mushrooms and stuff. Good morning indeed, Mr. Sean. How is the cabin, the renos, and all that stuff? Everything good? Here, let me put this here. Let's see. There. Now I can see better. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Here, it's kind of like weed. Weed here in Canada is legal, so it's not a big deal. But the movement that there was for it to become legal here for weed is happening now with mushrooms. So you see that here sometimes. Someone doing mushrooms is not like, they can't be addicted to them like they can with move your screen to the right side. I'm just do this. That way I can see both. Great, thank you. Nas Gold blessed this morning. That's awesome. That is awesome. We got on the charts just after a move, so we're waiting for another move to activate. But it's good. Glad you made your bag this morning. Happy to see you win. So here we have, what did I say to you guys? See? Yesterday's close price. He is Canadian. I control spinal osteoarthritis. I probably said that wrong. With cannabis, heavy doses of THC, CBD. Speaking of medicine, yep. With the construction union I was a part of, they actually partnered with a cannabis company. A lot of the members, because of construction, were having a lot of back pains. So because of that, they were taking a lot of painkiller medications, a lot of Percocets and opioids and all this stuff. So what they did was they partnered with this cannabis company, and they started to provide CBD oils and all that stuff for the members. Doesn't get you high, it just numbs out the pain. And they found that the members that would take this were still able to live their lives, go to work, and function like regular members of society, instead of becoming addicts with painkillers and Percocets and opioids and stuff, and then destroying their lives, their livelihoods, and their family lives. So there's obviously, you know, Sean, it's no surprise to you, there's a lot of health benefits with CBD oils. Yes, I'm from Canada also. Sean is from the other side of Canada. We're on opposite ends of Canada. So, like how I was saying to you, because you're from India, how I was saying to you that Toronto has had a big flood of people coming from India. Sean is on the more Canadian side, and I'm on the Indian side of Canada. I was 210 milligrams of oxy. I'm not laughing at you, Sean. I'm laughing at, you know what I'm laughing at. I was on 210 milligrams a day, oxy day. That's an exact, perfect example of the benefits of it. No surprise to you, Sean, but for an agency here. Electricity's back. Awesome. Hopefully our power doesn't go out. Hopefully my power doesn't go out like the other day when we were in the profits. My power cut out with the live stream. Thank God for my cell phone, because I was able to like manage to trade there. Yeah. How is your renos going? 12 minutes, we end the stream. If we end the stream, yes, the trades are still valid for the day. But if it goes past the hour after the stream, so after noon Eastern, I'm just going to say don't take any trades. It's a Friday afternoon. Bankers, whales, all these people are going to start to go home. You're profitable for the week. Today was just an extra day to jump on. And if we don't lose anything today, then that's fine. I know some of you took some of the other trades. That's fine. Some of the other entries, that's good. So all of you have either made some money today or didn't make anything today. Those are still better than making than losing money today. In Bangladesh, there's lots of commotions. That's why I face such issues. Don't pronounce it personal. Just made a gesture. I get you. Not sure what you meant. No, nobody, no one's taking it personal. Don't worry. Whatever you're referring to, no one's taking it personal. Sean has thick skin, so do I. That's why it's called foreskin. There's 4 layers. I'm gonna get myself banned on YouTube. I was I was paralyzed mess in bed. I was a paralyzed mess in bed for 6 years because of big pharma's cancer-causing medicine. I use that term loosely. Cannabis saved my life. Rentals are coming nicely. Just set up. Solar farm before the winter. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For the solar farm, because in the wintertime, because you know how it's like cloudy, like you can't, it's not really like clear skies all the time. The UV that goes through the clouds during the wintertime, does that still charge the solar panels or no? Sean is doing great. Sean is doing great with his CBD oils. From what he shared, if you didn't fully understand it, basically, Sean is doing tip-top shape. He's in tip-top shape with his renos and all that stuff. Oh, gotta switch the stream here. I'm gonna have to like end this in a sec, because then I'll have to enter my trade. Now, I'd rather enter it straight from my phone. Yep. All right, gotta end the live. Sean, my brother, take care. Be safe, be blessed. Have an awesome weekend. Keep smiling. Don't let anyone piss you off. Everyone else that's here that's not following, make sure you follow. Hit the follow. Tap the screen. Sean. Could it be? We're gonna get our entry. Will this be time? Notice how it's hovering around yesterday's close price. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Remember, there's a delay. There's a delay on YouTube, so make sure you have this marked out on your chart and you're watching it on your screen for those on YouTube. On Zoom, you have nothing to worry about because you're seeing it live. There's no delay. So remember, when it hits the aggressive, you decide, are you going to hit the aggressive or maybe wait for modest? It's up to you. You decide based off of your risk. If you're going to wait for modest, If it hits aggressive, but you're waiting for modest and it doesn't come back, accept that outcome. Okay? That's part of what you accept. You're the only Bangladeshi viewer that I'm aware of anyway. So for those entering aggressive, should have entered already. So to keep it simple, when you see my chart, red is sell, green is buy. It also says on the side there. So for those entering the aggressive, you should technically already be in it. So I'm good for the aggressive so far. I wouldn't mind getting in on a modest also. So 2 positions. So if you enter, make sure that you have your risk to reward set. Enter first, like just hit the sell when it's time. If you haven't entered already, or if you're waiting for modest, you just hit the sell. Have the trade activated. Once activated, then start entering your stop loss. Make sure that it's adjusted. For my new people watching what's happening, this is why we patiently wait. Okay? So even if this trade fails, even if it fails, I hope not, but even if it fails, part of trading is you have your setup ready, you wait for it to happen, you execute it. With your risk to reward, basically you have a plan set. So you are setting up a plan, you enter it, and you follow the plan. We're not guessing. We're not just gambling. We're playing patient and strategic. Okay? So even if we lose, because it happens, we entered knowing how much we are willing to lose. And we make sure that that loss is only a small loss. Okay, so we look to enter for to have some gains, for some return, and we understand that there's some risk on the table. So we're willing to lose some to gain a lot. Okay, so if you entered on the aggressive, you're up a little bit. I don't think you should move your stop loss as of yet. Don't enter now. Okay. Oh, don't think to yourself, oh, I missed it, let me enter now. If that's what's going through your head, or if that's what you did, you could feel the burn later. Just get used to, from now on, waiting for it to actually hit aggressive or hit modest. Get used to waiting for it to hit this area. Okay? In the red, not outside the red. In here. Get used to that. And it's tough. Like yesterday, exactly where it is now is where it went with our sell zone. And we missed it. One of the other teams actually had the exact same sell zone, but theirs was a bit lower. They entered because it hit their target. It didn't hit our target. This was after the live. So it just missed the target and I had to let it go. This is where it's do or die. Are we going to have a profitable trade to end the week on a successful week? Or are we going to have a losing Friday? The tension is real. Stakes are on the line. Not actual stakes, but you know what I mean. Let's see what happens. Will they have waited all this time for nothing? Will they walk away with a profit? Will they have a happy Merry Christmas? Stay tuned. Stay tuned on this episode of 5-Minute Candle Close. If you're on the YouTube, let me know if you've entered it yet or are waiting to enter. I would love a modest entry. That's me being patient and greedy at the same time. So it's okay to be greedy. You're going to have to be extra patient if you're going to be greedy. Waiting. Okay, I like that. And again, remember, once you enter, set your stop loss, your risk to reward, your risk tolerance is what I'm talking about. Your 1 to 2%. Your 0.5%, your 3%, your 5%, whatever it is with your trading strategy, make sure that you set it. Enter the trade if that's what you're going to do. I'm not giving financial advice, just giving ideas and suggestions for educational purposes only. Enter the trade, make sure it's active, and then now that you're active, set your stop loss. If you're new or beginner trader, please I personally don't suggest more than 2% risk. 0.5% to 2% max. That's it. I know it doesn't look as exciting. Okay? I understand. Doesn't look as exciting. But long term, it will pay off. Hit stop loss. How? You went on a high lot size, didn't you? Re-enter. Your stop loss, by the way, when you enter this zone, when you enter here, your stop loss should be somewhere above here. So it should be somewhere here. When you say typing the answers, you mean where is the stop loss? Nope, doesn't work that way. I cannot tell you where the stop loss is. I can't give you financial advice. Even though we're all watching the same chart, all of us have different entry prices. All of us. There are also so many different brokers that are being used at the same time. So if I tell you that this is a stop loss, whatever, like, you're gonna have to like really go off of key levels. There's a delay for the YouTube. It's the cost of free. It's like streaming. It's like going to one of those streaming sites to watch a movie illegally, and it starts to buffer, or you have to go look for another link, or it crashes, or you get a virus. It's the cost of free. All of that is out of my control. It's literally costing you money to not be live on the Zoom. But this is why I encourage you to be watching it on your own chart and mark it up on your chart so you can see it. Make sure you have your stop loss set. Because if it breaks through. We don't control the markets. Remember that. We're not here to predict the markets. If it's a loss, it's a loss. If I hold it, I would have been up for 330 pips. Well, that's too bad. Too bad. So sad. See? Should have diamond hands. If it's a loss, it's a loss. Oh, I know what we need. Here, this is what's holding us back right now. Here's what we need. See, how's that? Is that better? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. You got to take the emotion out of it. If it's a loss, it's a loss. Oh man, just so happy. Thanks. I'm also even not getting it. Exactly. See? Power of community. This is why proper risk management is key. You walked away with profits, and it is what it is. If you take a trade and it ends up in the loss, that's why you got to manage risk. If it becomes a loss, it's still not a loss. But we understood going in with proper risk to reward ratio. You had your 0.5%, 1%, 2%, whatever it is, going into it. If you're risking 2% and you lose a trade, who cares? Because then the next trade, you're risking 2% to gain 4. So who cares? You're risking 2% to gain 6. Who cares? 2% to gain 8. Who cares? Oh, what happened here? Wrong one. Almost closed everything back soon. You know what's gonna end up happening for Fahad? I hope this happens because then it benefits us. the alien comes out, and then he's gonna say, "I'm glad I didn't hold." No. 2 days ago. Oh, okay. It's 2 days ago. Where are you at now? What's funny is what's going through my mind is hurry up and either hit stop loss or take profit so I can go to the gym. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You're gambling. Hey man, my brother, I am so happy for you to see that. Now I see more why you're in your head that much more about not having held the trade. Now I see why. Now let me ask you, was that because of that trade yesterday on your chart? The one trade. I told you, my friend, I will continue and I will be the best. I will try and I will not give up. This is just the beginning. You sound like a Pokemon master. From the first seasons of Pokemon, that's how the song went. The intro song. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Dun, dun, dun. That's like you right now. I told you, my friend. I'll continue and I'll be the best. I will try and I will not give up. This is just the beginning of my portfolio. And millions is going to be my cause. I know. This is why I don't get paid to make music. Because I would be so bad at it. Hey, these trades are pretty good. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad, but I see some bad habits developing. I see some bad habits developing. And I know investment analysts sees them too. And probably Bailey. For the people on the Zoom, you unless you're in the free chat, you don't know what I'm talking about. For those that are in the free chat, the screenshot. So good job on being successful. I am happy to see people win. The results are pretty good. But I can see some bad habits developing. And I know, because I've been there. My stop loss is break of structure. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah. Is that because I can't read Arabic? Is that Alhamdulillah or is that Inshallah? The little circle squigglies at the beginning that's Alhamdulillah, I think. I think. Let's change this ring while we wait. While we wait for the alien to come out, because he can't come out yet. I wish. I wish. When you see the alien, you know that we're up. Maybe we need to scare the market a little bit. Let's put a little bit of fear in the market. Let's put a little bit of fear in the market, and then I'll try to change this ring. I used to have it white, and I miss it. I miss that ring. We're not looking at buys anymore, obviously. Let's change the ring while we wait for the alien to come out. What do you think? We need alien with a hammer. Why do you like the hammer so much? Why? I mean, I think it's a pretty decent idea. The hammer. Oh, there we go. Contrast. Gamma. Let's try this. Okay. There. I like that a little bit better. Bailey, are you okay? Are you still panicking? Are your nerves like this? Did you re-enter when I said so? One thing you are right about is we don't have the wizard up here. Yes. Actually, I'm gonna delete that because that looks wrong. So if you entered on the aggressive, hopefully you didn't get stopped out. You shouldn't have, but if you did, you did. Hopefully you were able to re-enter on the when I said so. Those of you that entered on the modest, there's no way you got stopped out. If you did, you were being too greedy. But those that got in on the aggressive or the modest, what? Sorry, let me rephrase that. Those that got in on the modest, you are up about just over 50 pips. Those on the aggressive, gonna have to hang on a little bit more. Oh, right. Almost forgot. What was I doing? That's what I was saying. I almost forgot. Yes, I know. I see the hammer. Relax. Let's see what else we got. You'll see. I hesitate with the hammer. Not because it's not a good idea. It's a good idea. But because someone else was using the hammer, I don't want to use the hammer. Does that make sense? I don't want them to come across my content and see a hammer and know that I was influenced by them. For my Indian brother, this is for you. Okay? How's that? Huh? Is that better? How's that? Let's see what else. Oh, actually now, I guess now we could technically put the alien. For Hassan, you are up for the week. No more trades, okay? No more trades. No more trades for today. Okay? Put a thumbs up in the chat if you understand. No more trade. You're good. You know, I'll use an axe. I'll use an axe, not a hammer. How's that? Once again, just a reminder, make sure you're adjusting your stop loss if you need to, depending on where you entered. If you're up 30 pips, consider moving your stop loss to entry so you have a risk-free trade. There's no shame with walking away with zero. Walking away with zero is better than walking away with a negative. So what's better? Walking away with a loss or nothing? Walking away with nothing is better than a loss. Okay? And if you walk away with nothing instead of a loss, that's a win. Because you managed your trade, and that is what trading is. Okay, it's managing your trade. If you're in good profits from the modest entry, consider closing, adjusting your stop loss, or taking partial profits. Close one of your lot sizes. Whatever you need to do. We need some extra help. And we're only going to get that help with some intergalactic type of assistance. Now we have the assistance, intergalactic assistance. Aremo. I used to have this sound clip on the live stream, but I can't anymore. I kept getting copyright strikes and getting my stuff demonetized on YouTube. So I had to remove that sound clip. On my stories, it's fine because it's from there. But I can't use that here anymore, sadly. See, once it breaks through yesterday's close price, we should be okay. Where it's at right now is make or break. It has to break this region. It has to break this area. Either it's going to go up or it's going to go down. Damn. Some nice results. Thanks for sending me that. Don't be shy if you want to send it in the chat. You should show the free. Send it to the free group. Send it to the free group so that they can see also. This is the longest stream of the week. I appreciate all of you that are still here with me. I know it's late for some of you, and it's early for some of you, like extra early for some of you. And it's some of you are at work, some of you are at school. But I appreciate you still being here on the live stream. I know it's longer than usual. It's not my fault, but at least you're in profits. In stupid profits. We need it to close below here. Where's it gonna go? For aggressive people, seriously. Make sure you manage your trade. You have you're up also. For modest people, you're up a crazy amount. Aggressive people alone are at 100 pips. $26.48.76. I am going to have this be my take profit. But I'm going to make it, I'm hoping that it breaks through, and I'm going to make that my stop loss. So if it retraces and kicks me out, that's fine. From YouTube. From YouTube, I want to see who's still in the trade. So remember, okay, I'll explain it to you. No problem. You didn't understand. That's cool. Thank you for asking. I'm glad that you ask. You're not going to learn unless you ask. Okay? There was a point where none of us knew any of this either. I didn't have anyone to teach it to me back then, so I'll explain. What is this yellow line? What am I explaining? I'm just sharing with you what I'm going to do. I'm waiting for this candle to hopefully break through. And I have my trade ready to adjust my stop loss to this price. So the moment that this breaks through and closes, I'm moving my stop loss to this price. So if I get stopped out here, I'm already okay with where my stop loss is. My stop loss is at, well, one stop loss is at 70 pips, one is at 100 pips. So I'm okay either way. You could say I'm being greedy, this is where my take profit is. But I'm going to see if I can take as much as possible and let it break through and hopefully catch more to the downside. But I'm going to make sure that I secure this amount. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I explained it okay. If you're ever going to be greedy while you manage your risk. Okay, don't be greedy doing something stupid. So I'm looking to catch as much as possible, but I'm making sure that I'm securing my profits along the way. So I want to ride this as long as possible. Okay? So by me securing profits here, I'm already more than happy with that. You get it? So by me being more than happy with that target, I will just let it ride from there. If I can catch another 50 pips, great. If not, I'll leave it. From there, I'll just be adjusting like maybe 30 to 50 at a time. Now we got a break here. No, I said candle close. I needed to close below. And yes, it's nerve-wracking not to pull the trigger now. Gotta follow your plan. Whatever your plan is, you gotta follow it. One minute. We'll stay on the stream for another 12 minutes. Then that's it. If either way, it's either going to break through or hit my current stop loss. So it's no problem. 50 seconds. 50 seconds for candle close. Four, three, two, 1, 0. I need more coffee. One, two. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And just like that, I got stopped out. Watch. I got stopped out, but I bet you from here it's gonna just drop like a knife. It's okay. If you made money and you're in the free chat and you haven't shared yet, please drop it in the chat. Hassan, I hope you didn't re-enter. But if you did and you made money, please drop it. But I hope you didn't. But if you're in the free chat, please share. Please share if you made some money. Imagine it goes totally up from here and then my stop loss is like perfect. I mean, it can happen. We don't predict the markets. That's not how it goes. But that's how it goes sometimes. Now I just got to record for the stories and we're good to go for the day. Damn. It's quite the rush. Quite the rush this morning. I was prepared at some point to accept we had a losing Friday. I'm glad that didn't happen. Nice day, Gambler Hassan. Gambler Hassan is right. Hassan, if you don't understand why we're calling you a gambler, if you don't understand why, you will as you learn. Okay? When it's like reading code. We can read your trades and we can see the psychology behind it. So we can see a bad habit developing, and we're going to try to help you with that. For now, celebrate, okay? Other than that, I think we came to a good close for the day, for the week. If you're new to the channel, of course, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe, and we will be back here on Monday morning at 9:15 a.m. We do have a free community for traders. If you're looking to trade with us, DM me the word YouTube on my Instagram at EdwinDzapata.